My name is Andre Davis. I was born in Detroit, Michigan, and I'm a promoter, well, concert promoter, uh, manager, and also a disc jockey. And I have, at the present time, DJ service or a DJ, yeah, it's considered as a DJ service and VJ, which means for video. How I got started. Oh, okay, that's what you want to know, how I got started. Well, I got started probably when I was around about 5 years old. A vocal group that was called the Four Tops. They were in my father's Boy Scout troop. My father was a Boy Scout leader. And these guys used to, he would take them to camp and everything, and they were singing at that time. And they were together for a long time. Anyway, at 5 years of age, they used to take me back and forth to school. So that sort of prompted my interest a little bit in music. And so that's really about how I got into the entertainment business. And then I moved here to Omaha, and one of my cousins from Chicago happened to contact me. He owned a recording studio, and he had a lot of recording acts up there in Chicago, and he had asked me would I be interested in trying to promote some of his groups. And we were able to bring them into the city and promote concerts. And that's how I got started into the concert business. What happened with the Jacksons, they happened to come in here separate from their brother. Michael happened to come in by plane, and they were on a tour bus when they came here. And we picked them up at the airport, and the auditorium manager didn't believe that Michael happened to be coming in here. And that's really a peculiar story, because during the time that we played the Jacksons, like a lot of people say in Omaha, well, I don't remember them coming here. So anyway, they played the date in the Mancuso Hall, and that was during the September Fest. And some of the groups, going back, in retrospect, like the first artist that I promoted and did a sellout with, which was Marvin Gaye, and he did extremely well, who was out of Motown. I had a cousin who was also performing at Motown. His name was Melvin Franklin, and I don't know if you, as the interviewer, know who Melvin Franklin is. Oh, okay. Well, you do know who he is. Okay. Well, anyway, by Melvin being the bass singer of the Temptations, well, the Temps came in here for me for free, and that helped me. My cousin's name was Carl and George Davis, who lived in Chicago, who owned a recording studio, who was sending the acts here. Some of their acts was like, the biggest one they had was the Shy Lights. They had Barbara Mason, and then another one called Barbara Ackland. I had another cousin who performed with them also by the name of Tyrone Davis, who was a blues singer. And those people were popular back during the 80s. And then moving forward, we played groups like Boys to Men here in Omaha. They had a fantastic show. I think out of everybody who I've seen come through here with the show-wise, and their performance, Boys to Men had the best. We had one group was scheduled in here, and they didn't get a chance to perform, which was TLC. The girl T-Boss, which was the lead singer of TLC, she happened to get sick. I think she had sickle cell anemia. Anyway, they had to take her to the hospital, so she didn't get a chance to perform. What? Oh, yeah. You want to know about, did any groups not show? Back during the time when I was promoting, almost all our acts, happened to make it here in the city. We had one act that didn't make it, and we posted a notice out on the front door that they wasn't going to be here, but they wasn't the headliner. I think we had 5 acts on that particular show, and it was a group that was out of Vail, California, and they got stuck in I think Denver for a layover for an airplane or something. and that was a group called Confunction. And we had the Barkays, Cameo. They were all on the same show. We had Cameo and the Barkays and Roger Troutman and Zapp here numbers of times, and they were always big attractions. Like I said, Shy Lights came through here. Uh, there was so many that I did. In fact, I was doing so many concerts at one time here in Omaha. I got to the point where I was promoting shows on average to about once every 3 weeks. Now that's kind of unbelievable, but we got to the point where we were, promoting that many shows. Yeah, I also wanted to mention, it sounds like I'm blowing my own horn, but this is something that, that I'm really proud of. I have been inducted into the Hall of Fame 3 times, which is DJ Hall of Fame, also into the Black Music Hall of Fame. And I have a Lifetime Achievement Award, and that is something that I'm really proud of. Of all the things that I've done, they gave me a Lifetime Achievement Award, and I'm glad that I received it while I'm still alive. There was several people that was receiving awards there during the time that I was receiving my awards that's no longer living. One of the guys, he died shortly right after he received this award, and he's from Omaha, and he happened to be with Jimi Hendrix for quite a while. He was a drummer for him, which was Buddy Miles, and Buddy is from Omaha, and Buddy had got a Lifetime Achievement Award there too, along with the Lifetime Achievement Award that I had received. And part of the reasons why I had received a lot of the awards was for the simple fact that I created what was called like the Stone Soul Picnic out at Carter Lake back in the day. This was back in the late 70s, early 80s. And during that time, we used to get something like 14,000 people. And we also started Sprite Night, which was at Peony Park. I was the original person who started that Sprite Night. The same people who own Peony Park owned a place called The Warehouse out at Carter Lake, and we used to promote dances out at the Carter Lake Ballroom. This was on Saturday nights, and then it got so good they wanted to move it to Friday nights. And the first one was originally started at the Civic Auditorium for teenagers. The Warehouse out in Carter Lake was supposed to be for adults, and then Sprite Night was for teenagers on up. And those things was going for me very good. And that's how we also created a lot of the concerts, because we put money back into the community. And that's something that we did, right? A lot of people don't do that. And once again, moving forward about the DJ service, the things that set us off is really the fact that it has become really popular with us. It's the fact that we are carrying these big screens, and we use the video cameras, and the people can see themselves on the screen. They really like that. And the type of audience that we cater to is, well, we are all occasion video service, so we do everything. We do bar mitzvahs, we do wedding receptions, and reunions, high school dances, junior high dances. We travel both in and out of the city. We're trying to do like a 5-state area surrounding the Midwest here, besides playing in Omaha. Yeah, that's funny you asked me about that. The last event that we did was for a Sweet 16 party, and these were all teenagers that were there. And I started like doing these type of dances for 30 years ago, way back in the 80s, and I'm still doing it. I'm still here. And I guess longevity is really important, and on how you carry yourself and the things that you do, and the people that believe in you and trust in you, and I'm really grateful for that. But as for what we do now, hey, what can I say? It's been a wonderful ride, and I'm I'm gonna carry it all the way out to the end.